Morning, Joseph Chacon, Police Chief, here this morning to brief out on a critical incident just occurred a few hours ago here in South Austin. An officer-involved shooting occurred in the 3600 block of Menchaca Road, just up the street from where we're at right now, in an apartment complex. This actually did not occur in an apartment, but rather in the apartment complex in the parking lot. I'm joined up here by a few folks that I just want to point out. Interim Assistant City Manager Bruce Mills, as well as our Interim Office of Police Oversight Director Gail McCant, and then members of the command and executive staff with the Austin Police Department. I'll begin my comments by saying that all the information I'm about to put out is preliminary. We are obviously just hours into this investigation. These facts could change based on the investigation and how it unfolds. So these are the facts as I understand them at this moment. At 4:54 a.m., Austin 911 received a call from a third-party caller indicating there was a woman who was frantically knocking at their front door, was asking for help, and they called the police so that the police could come. 1 minute later, officers were dispatched to the residents, and within 4 to 5 minutes, they arrived on scene and began speaking with the young lady who was knocking at the door. When they did that, the female indicated that there was a male subject who had been chasing her through the apartment complex. She was in fear for her life, and officers within moments of arriving on scene broadcast over the air that the subject was last seen running west through this apartment complex. Approximately 3 minutes later, as officers were on scene, still speaking with the young lady, the man approached. They could see, or it appears on, this incident is captured on body-worn camera video, that he had a weapon in his hand, looks like a knife. And they began yelling at him to drop the knife. Officers did draw their weapons at that time and began trying to essentially de-escalate the situation. The man was yelling repeatedly for them to shoot him, to kill him, and officers initially tried to tase him. They deployed the taser weapon to immobilize him, and the taser was ineffective. They continued to try to, again, de-escalate, to calm him down, telling him to drop the knife. A second taser was deployed and, again, was ineffective. As the subject continued to approach the officers, one officer discharged his firearm and the subject went down. Officers did attempt life-saving measures on this individual, but they were ineffective, and the subject was pronounced deceased at 5:19 a.m. This incident was captured on officers' body-worn cameras, both audio and video, and per our protocol, that video will be released within 10 working days. It does appear to be an isolated incident. We have no information right now to indicate there is continuing danger to the public or anything of that nature. The officers that are involved, again, there are 3 officers. 2 of them deployed their tasers. The 2 that deployed their tasers, one of them has 13 years with the department, and the other one is a probationary officer. The officer that discharged his firearm has 3.5 years with the department. All 3 of those officers will be placed on administrative duty pending the investigation. There are 2 investigations that occur. The first is a criminal investigation that's conducted by our Special Investigations Unit, in coordination and oversight with our district attorney's office. The second is an administrative investigation that's conducted by our internal affairs division, and that will be overseen by the Office of Police Oversight. Obviously this is a very tragic incident. I do not have any information on the individual who was shot to tell me whether the person had a history of mental illness or was in mental health crisis. That is unknown at this time, but will be part of the investigation. However, the investigation will proceed, and we'll put out information, like I said, within the next 10 days. We'll release the video, and as we're able to release more information, we will. These are the preliminary facts that I have at the moment. If there are other questions, I'm glad to take them.
Do you know what relationship you have with the woman who was knocking on the door asking for help?
I don't. It did appear that they had some type of relationship. They knew each other, but I don't know what that relationship is.
Did she live at the apartment complex? Do you know that?
I don't know that.
Will there be any other law enforcement agency helping out conducting the investigation or doing any oversight here?
No. This is our protocol to have it done by APD's Special Investigation Unit.
Do you know what kind of knife he had? Was it a large knife, a small pocket knife?
I don't know that.
I know it's preliminary. Based on what you know, I mean, would you like to give a comment on what you think how the officers handled the situation?
It's preliminary for me to be able to do that. I need to gather more facts before we start talking about, our officers are placed in extremely difficult situations every single day. I can tell you that, these type of things happen, unfortunately, on a regular basis. And most of the time, we're able to de-escalate them, get people into custody safely, and with either no injury or very minimal injury. This is just a tragic circumstance, and got to take care of our officers as well as take care of the scene and the family of all involved.
Do you know if the woman who was injured, did she have any injuries? Was she stabbed or anything like that?
As far as I know, she is uninjured and safe at the moment. All right, thank you all very much. Appreciate it.